Hello Courserians, it's Doug Summers coming back at you for week 6, our last week of the course. This lesson today is going to be about the use of modulation on different parts of the synth. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the ES1 synth, which comes with Logic Pro. It's nicely broken out here on the display. You'll see the oscillators over here on the left hand side, different waveforms that can be selected. In fact, this one has 2 oscillators that can be chosen so I can mix between them. The center part here is the filter section, so it contains the slope of the filter, the cutoff, and the resonance. Let's take a look at what's going on there. There's a note you can see over here on the Ozone 5 display, which is a spectrogram, so I can change cutoff. This is a low-pass filter, of course. I can change resonance, get a bit of a peakiness, in fact drive it right into a bit of oscillation as well. The amplifier over here on the right-hand side, and then all of the items that do the modulating are down here on the bottom. Over on the left-hand side we have the low frequency oscillator. I choose different wave shapes. I can choose the frequency of that oscillator with the rate control. And then I have the ability to change the envelope over here with the standard ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, level, and the release time. So I can choose the effect on the ADSR by 2 ways. One is the strength of the pressing of the key, which is the velocity on the note on in the MIDI message, or the other way is through the mod wheel itself. What's being affected then will be the various items up here on the top, and the routing as to how you get the effect to those is chosen through this panel here. So I can choose volume, pitch, pulse width, the mix between the 2 oscillators, etc. So let's look at a couple of those. So first of all, what we're going to do is use the LFO to modulate volume using a triangle, and we're going to have a frequency of 0.95 Hertz. So you hear the volume going up and down a little bit, and increase the intensity of that. Change to different waveforms. Change the rate. And then use different kinds of destinations, so we can actually modulate things like the, let's turn the rate down, the cutoff. Let's do that a little bit more smoothly so you can see what's going on. Or pitch. And of course, you can also use ADSR to do some of these changes as well for modulation. So for example, the typical one is for volume, and I can give it a sharp attack like it has, or I can slow down the attack and let it come in more gradually. But then I can do the same thing with resonance. Change resonance curve or change cutoff. How would I use these? Well, it really depends on the kind of quality of sound you want. I mean, choosing between cutoff and resonance, cutoff will give you brighter sounds when you're over here, and of course if you want to start with a bright sound that then does that, then you can go into here with cutoff and actually use automatic ways to fiddle with it. If you want to have a percussive kind of sound, short attack, or I can make it more of a pad kind of sound and let that thing evolve. Come in slowly and you can hear the evolution over time. So depending on the quality of the sound that you want to have, you would change these various parameters, and the nice thing with automating it through modulation is the ability to change the sound and the timbre through time. That's really what you're wanting to do. And that can be through both fiddling with the cutoff, the resonance, the volume, the pitch, and the actual level coming out of the mix between the 2 oscillators. So lots of room in this for playing around to be able to create new sounds. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing some of you on the boards and on SoundCloud, and keep making great music. Take care, everybody, and thanks for listening.